You just bought your dream home in Texas, only to find warped floors, faulty AC, and drywall that's cracking within months. Think that $450,000 home that you built was a really good deal? Think again. But here's the real. You're not just buying square footage, not the open concept kitchen, not even the walk-in closet. You're buying what's behind the walls, the bones, the build, the stuff that actually matters in a home. When builders cut corners, it's not them who pays, it's you. In this video, I'll show you how rush deadlines, cheap materials, and invisible mistakes can turn your brand new home into a ticking time bomb. I'm not here to scare you. I'm here to help protect your investment and your peace of mind. Because if you're relocating to Texas with your family, for example, you need to know what to look out for before you sign on the dotted line. Let's get into it. National home builders often rush home construction to hit quotas, and homeowners pay the price. In Bixby County, a homeowner woke up to a 25-foot geyser of raw sewage blasting in their front yard. Why? The home builders secretly swapped city sewer lines for septic systems just to save time and money. In Manville, just outside of Houston, families say their brand new homes made them sick. A lawsuit claims that Coventry Homes used improper sealing, leading to toxic mold and widespread construction failures. In Austin, multiple homes were built with windows installed upside down, water poured in, walls were crumbling from the inside out. Seriously, how does that even happen? This isn't bad luck. It's what happens when builders race to meet quotas, cutting corners, skipping inspections, and passing the risk on to you. Even Olympic champion Simone Biles knows the pain of a new home going wrong. During a trim walk, she spent 6 hours uncovering unfinished drywall, deep yellow grout stains, and dozens of other construction snags, before finally admitting she had dealt with too much and she couldn't deal with it anymore. Bankruptcy and unfinished homes. Imagine putting your life savings into a dream home only to be left with nothing but a concrete slab. This is the nightmare scenario. Your builder goes bankrupt mid-build and you're stuck in limbo. In Florida, retirees hired Vanderbilt Construction to build their forever homes. But in April 2025, the company filed Chapter 11. At least 58 homeowners were left with unfinished shells, no floors, no framing, no finishes. And they're still paying mortgages on homes they don't even live in and can't live in. One widow called it a living nightmare. And it's not just the big names. In May 2025, Welcome Homes, a tech-driven builder that promised fixed pricing, a 6-month delivery, was hit with multiple lawsuits. One Texas couple signed a $1.1 million contract and got nothing but a clear lot and some excavation work. They're now suing for $2.8 million in damages. The same story repeats itself. In California, clients of anchored tiny homes paid $200,000+ deposits and were ghosted after excavation. In Colorado, a family lost over $320,000 when their ADU project was abandoned after the builder filed for bankruptcy. In North Carolina, 8 families were left with half a build and mechanic liens after J&R Homes collapsed. In Rockwall County, just outside of Dallas, a family took their builder's Bishop Abbey Homes to court after discovering serious construction defects. The jury found that the builder was grossly negligent and deceptive under the Texas consumer protection laws and rewarded the family a $20.8 million verdict, one of the largest residential construction awards in the state. These aren't rare cases. They're what happens when builders offer prices that sound too good to be true and don't have the cash to back it up. Because when the money runs out, you're left holding the bag, a mortgage, an empty shell, and a legal fight that could drag on for years. Let's talk about the infrastructure, the letdowns, and environmental risks. How will water waste be treated? Who's responsible for drainage and flood control? Are those permits real or just rubber stamps? You might think a cheap build only affects your walls, but sometimes it affects your water, your roads, your entire neighborhood. Take Comfort, Texas, a small hill country town of about 3,000 people. Lennar Homes proposed adding 1,100 new homes during a stage 4 drought. But it wasn't just the size of the project. The real issue? Water waste. Lennar applied for a permit to dump 600,000 gallons of treated sewage per day into North Creek, which flows into Cypress Creek, then the Guadalupe River. Local residents fought back. They ran their own water tests, held town halls, and pushed lawmakers to pass House Bill 4637 to slow these unchecked developments. Because once the builders move on, you are the ones stuck in the fallout. Failing drainage systems, overloaded water treatment, roads that can't handle the traffic. These systems are invisible at first, but they're the first things builders cut when trying to hit a number. So if you're considering a budget builder or buying into a fast-growing development, ask the hard questions. How is the water waste handled? What drainage plans are in place? Is the infrastructure built for long-term or just to make the sale? Because the lowest price might get you the keys, but it might also lock you into decades of problems that you never saw coming. Why cheap ends up costing more. Choosing the lowest bid might feel smart on day one, but those savings, they evaporate fast. Here's why the budget builder can become your biggest expense. Soaring insurance premiums. Texas already has some of the highest home insurance costs in the US, as I've talked about before in other videos. Builders who cut corners on roofs, windows, and siding, they raise your risk of your premiums going up. According to the Washington Post, some Houston area homeowners are paying $15,000 per year after repeat storm claims. That's no joke. That affordable $400,000 home could come in with a $7,000 plus insurance that you never really planned for. Never-ending maintenance strain, builder-grade materials like particle board, flimsy vinyl windows, or paper-thin framing that aren't just ugly, they fail fast. One Houston subdivision saw dozens of homes suffer water drainage from improperly installed windows. Repairs, $10,000 to $30,000 per home. And those small punch list issues, they can eat up 5% or more of your home value in the first 5 years. How to avoid the nightmare. Here's your action plan. Don't hand over your non-refundable deposits until you've vetted and walked past projects. Hire an independent home inspector at key stages like framing, mechanical, and pre-drywall. Choose regional builders with financial transparency and proven local track records. Attend every construction phase, from foundation to the final walkthrough. If you can't be there, reconsider the deal or have someone step in for you that you trust. Read your warranty closely, especially for exclusions and structural coverage. By guarding against the lure of the cheapest bid, you protect your wallet and secure the home that you envision, not the one that you'll regret. At the end of the day, a home is supposed to give you peace and not problems. So if you're thinking about buying a new construction home, especially here in Texas, here's the biggest thing I will tell you. Don't let the price tag fool you. Just because it's cheaper than, let's say, California prices or New York or Washington State doesn't mean it's always the best deal. A rush timeline, a bankrupt builder, a hidden infrastructure disaster. That affordable home can turn into a financial and emotional mess. But this isn't just about avoiding the nightmare. It's about building a life you actually want to live. Listen, do your homework. Ask real questions, especially if you're using a realtor, just like myself. Walk through every phase of the construction build. And if something feels off, do not ignore it and don't let people convince you that it's just nothing. Your future self will thank you because the cheapest builder, they almost never end up being the cheapest in the long run. If this video helped you feel more confident, a little bit more aware, hit that like button. It actually helps people find this information. And if you're relocating to Texas and you want a second set of eyes on builders that you're considering, click that link below. My team and I would love to be the ones to help you. I've walked dozens of families through this process. If you're feeling my vibe, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell so that you don't miss a thing. And I'll see y'all on the next one.